Hey guys, it's Alex. All Day Cards. It's been a little while. I got a little mini stack of mail. There you go. Not a lot. Kind of been taking it easy the past couple weeks. You know, money and time kind of goes, it comes and goes, right? So sometimes you got more, sometimes you got less. I always got a few things coming in. Um, but yeah, as usual, kind of my typical random assortment of new and old. I'm going to start with the new stuff. Get right to it. It's 95 Collector's Choice, the gold signature. So if you can tell, that's the gold one. Ryan Sandberg was one of my guys when I was a kid, and I still kind of collect this. Some of it, I don't try to get every card of anybody. Honestly, it's just too much. I'd rather get a little bit of everything. It kind of keeps me entertained and it gives me something to work on. And I'm not a super collector, but I do have a good bit of Ryan Sandberg, Cal Ripken, a couple other guys. You see a lot of Ripkins in my videos. But this is the gold signature collector's choice. I think they were one a box. I know 94 they were one a box. I got to get the Sandberg of that, but which is a pretty in the 90s they made a billion of everything. So even so, like cards, inserts, parallels, whatever, being one a box, parallel like this with a set was probably 400 cards or 350 or something. It's still pretty tough to get. But they're fairly cheap now. It's like $5 or something. But I always like to go back and get the cards that I kind of wanted as a kid. That's a theme in my collecting. Actually, I got a couple more of those coming up. But I've been on a relic kick lately, just because I don't know. I never really loved relics. But yeah, I've been on a relic kick. Just something different. I don't know. But is what it is. So I'm an Orioles fan. This is a dual. I don't get anything that's not game used. I'm not interested in player worn. I think that just the whole idea of that's just kind of stupid. But this is a dual game used bat with Eddie Murray and Cal Ripken. So I grew up 80s, 90s. Eddie Murray and Cal Ripken were the Orioles for. When I started watching baseball, went to my first few games. Eddie Murray moved on to whatever, the Dodgers, Mets, Indians. But he's still kind of a legend in Baltimore. Everyone loves him still. And I think he's associated with the team. I kind of forget. I know he was kind of a coach for a while. I'm not sure if he's still involved. I believe he is. But, there's a statue at the stadium. He's kind of a legend around here. But I remember seeing him coming up to a game when I was a kid at Memorial Stadium. I think we were there pretty early, and I remember seeing him. He got dropped off. This was probably like 86 or 7. He got dropped off by somebody in a Corvette. They just like literally pulled right up to the front of the stadium and dropped him off. And it was like, hey, that's Eddie Murray. And at the time, he was like my favorite player, and that was pretty cool. This one's 34 out of 50. This is 2004. Yeah, 2004. Donruss Classics. The early 2000s game use stuff is where it's at least for me right now. It's like a little niche I'm kind of getting into. Here's another one. This is 2007 Upper Deck. Oh, what's that from? I don't know. SPL. It says authentic dual. I don't know what set it is. It's a 2007 Upper Deck. It's a nice dual patch of Smoltz. This was like $10. It's 10 out of 35. It was super cheap because it's got some dinged corners, but like, sorry for the glare. I got these sleeves on them right now. I should have taken those off, but it's got some pretty dinged up back lower corners. I kind of don't care with like sweet patch cards like this. It's like if it's got a dinged up back corner, this was literally $10. And I was always a Braves fan. Kind of, they were one of my like secondary teams when I was a kid. Always liked the Glavine, Smoltz, Maddox. Dave Justice, Terry Pendleton, Ron Gant, Fred McGriff. There were lots and lots and lots of good players on those teams, even though they didn't do as well as they probably should have. So speaking of cards that I always wanted when I was a kid, 92 Ultra, when that came out, pretty much was the best inserts that had ever existed. 92 Ultra kind of changed the insert game. The base set was nice. They're glossy. They look really great. But the inserts that they came out with, the award winners and the gold gloves and the all-stars in Series 2, they were just great cards. Here's the Ripken. I've got this raw. It's like $1 card, maybe $2. This is the gold glove. I guess there's some kind of error one. This is the correct one. I forget what that even is all about. I don't remember. It's not really, and neither of them's really rare. But so this is the gold glove. So they did a series with everyone who won gold gloves. So that's a 9. And then to go with it, he also had the MVP one because he had won MVP. This was when he was definitely kind of his prime, I would say. So yeah, those are the 2 Ripkens of the I guess the Series 2 All-Star. This is the black like marble border. I'll probably get that in a PSA 9. You know, because you can't have 2 out of 3. You got to get all 3. So even though I already have all of them raw, you know, I like getting nice copies of some of the like cards that I just always really liked a lot. So there's those 2. Pretty cool. I got 2 more. So this is a pretty quick one. These are vintage though. My normal bread and butter. They're the same player too. Whitey Ford's Guy Collects. I like pictures. Whitey Ford's was one. Here's a 62. It's a 5. It's pretty nice. It's centered. 62s are hard to get centered. They got the wood border. They always get dinged up. You know, they're kind of tough ones, but the lower left one's pretty white, but it's a whitey corner. Anyhow, yeah, pretty cool. 62, relatively inexpensive. This is the type of stuff I love. Mid-grade, low to mid-grade, affordable. This was like 20, 25 shipped. For a Hall of Famer like this is definitely, you know, you could buy that or you could buy a blaster box of some garbage that, not that I don't like opening packs, but that's just kind of how I think most of the time. It's like, this is the kind of stuff I like. It's value. It's good. It's always going to hold its value. It's always going to be good. It's always going to be stuff I like. Here's another Whitey Ford. A 63. Not a set that I really like that much, to be honest. I don't know why. It's just kind of meh. It's one of my least favorite sets of really, I guess, all time. This is a 4. It's a really nice 4. It's awesome. Like, it's got a little tiny print dot up there, which you may or may not be able to see. Yeah, so it's got that. I think the color is slightly like less vivid than it could be. The bottom corners, they always have the colored bottom. I mean, a little bit of scraping on that right edge, but like for a 4, that's awesome. The centering's great, which, sorry for the glare. Yeah, got the sleeves on them already, which makes more glare. But for a 4, I thought this was awesome. Really nice card. I'm not really sure what's wrong with it. I can't find what's wrong with it that it's a 4. Don't know. So yeah, got a couple Whitey Fords. I'm getting my Whitey Ford run down. I don't need that many Whitey Fords. I need the 51 Bowman. And then after that, it's just some of the later ones that I guess I'll get eventually. A lot of the times, like the last cards of guys get kind of like, they're just not that interesting. Like Frank Robinson, for example, I have like all of them except for the 75, and I don't really like it. He's in an Indians uniform. It's like, I don't even care. But I guess I'll get it because, you know, it's the last one I need. Anyhow, I'm rambling on. Thanks for watching, guys. I think I only have one card on the way, so I don't know. I guess I'm just kind of slowing down. Although I do have some PayPal sitting there, so yeah, we'll see. Take it easy. Have fun. Hope you guys actually get to have a summer and get out of your houses. I feel like I'm getting there. I'm a teacher, so now I'm off, kind of. I'm doing some professional development stuff. I got my little kid, my 2-year-old boy. We're hanging out every day, but we're kind of getting out a little bit. I'm in Maryland, so we're kind of open-ish. Getting there. All right, guys. Take it easy. Bye.